So for this video today, I was like, what the heck do I want to do? I'm still in quarantine. I can't really go anywhere and do anything for any of my videos. So I thought, why not make my quarantine even more unbearable by telling you guys some awkward high school dating stories. I'll say this. They weren't actually really dating stories. They were more like being asked out stories. But I thought they were awkward, kind of uncomfortable, and I thought, you know, why not share them with you guys for the sake of this video. So y'all just, you know, I don't know, get a glimpse into what my life was like in high school. But to make this video more interesting, as if I'm not uncomfortable enough already, as if this is not the most comfortable position to be in, I will be completely honest with you guys. I thought, wait, I gotta reach it. I would color in a coloring book. An adult coloring book. Not adult, like advanced coloring book. Just, you know, I don't know, for something different to do while I tell you guys my awkward high school, getting asked out, sort of dating, not really dating, stories. So I have this Beauty and the Beast, a deeply romantic coloring book, which I got like a year or two ago, a couple years ago. Because I suck at drawing, for the record, like legitimately just suck at drawing. But you know, I like coloring. It can be fun. I haven't done it in a long time though, and I thought, gotta get comfortable. Hold on. I thought, might as well, like, you know, I don't know, do something while I tell you guys my story, so I'm not just sitting here looking at my camera telling you guys, but you guys can kind of watch me kind of do something different. So I happened to open it up to this page where I happened to like coloring this, I don't even remember how long ago. One thing you should know about me, I am weirdly obsessed with Beauty and the Beast. Anything Beauty and the Beast related, and y'all bet I have seen every single version of Beauty and the Beast, for the record. I'm obsessed with it. Yeah, so we're gonna, you know, this is appropriate actually, because I'm gonna tell you guys some awkward romance stories. Not really romance, just awkward teenage, high school love stories. They're not actual love stories, but you know. I thought I can color in a coloring book with one of the most iconic, well-known love stories ever, Beauty and the Beast. And God, I'm so uncomfortable. This position is not comfortable, but I had to kind of, we're just, hold up. This position, I'm sorry guys, is like not comfortable at all. We're just gonna start coloring while I tell you guys. So hopefully y'all can actually see what I'm doing. You probably won't, but who cares? So I guess let's just keep continuing while I tell you guys about my awkward high school love life, which was practically non-existent. But here we go. Okay, so the very first time that this color doesn't even match. Hold up. Yeah, okay, whatever. So, wait, let's get more comfortable. Okay, that's a little better. Oh my God. I don't want to be like showing anybody anything I shouldn't be, even though realistically I wouldn't actually be doing that anyway, since I like have no cleavage. Okay, I am like the queen of the itty bitty titty community, for the record. Okay, what the heck? We don't even want to color her. Let's just color the Beast really quick. Hold up. I need a brown. Ochre brown. Carmen, dark brown. Brown. Okay, we got, yes, the 5 shades of brown. We're gonna attempt to color the Beast. Y'all can even see him, he's right here. For this story, since this is appropriate, since the guys I had to deal with back in high school were, well, they weren't like the Beast, but they were kind of obtuse like the Beast. Yeah, so when I was in high school, it was my senior year of high school. I had never, up to that point in my life, I had never been asked out by a guy before, right? So I was 17, having never been asked out before. There was this guy, his name was Josh. We had a class together when we were juniors in high school, and apparently we went to elementary school together. But I, honest to God, for the life of me, like, I don't remember him. But he apparently remembered me. All throughout our junior year of high school, again in this one class we had together, he would keep like reaching out to try to touch me. And I don't mean like inappropriately, I mean like he would, you know, put his hand on my hand or put his hand on my back or that sort of thing. But I didn't really want him touching me because I wasn't into him and I didn't really like him. So it made me always like really uncomfortable. And like, shoot you guys, even like at one point when I was a junior in high school, I took like child development class, which is the class where you have to wear the the pregnancy belly. When I had my fake pregnancy belly on, and you know, and for those that have never taken my class and don't know, you know, you have to wear that at school. I'm, you know, in my class with this guy, with Josh, my fake pregnancy belly on, he reached out to touch and place his hand on my fake pregnancy belly, which was so flippin' awkward and uncomfortable. It was like, I know I wasn't actually pregnant, but it was so awkward to have like this guy that I did not like. For the record, I didn't like him. It was just like touching my fake pregnancy belly. It made me feel really awkward and uncomfortable, and I didn't like it. And then, straight up, this other guy who, you know, knew us, he was like, oh, Megan, is Josh the daddy? And I about died, for the record. I about died. I was like, oh God, no. Oh, no. Anyway. Okay. So what happened was, our junior year passed, and I thought, okay, sweet. He never asked me out, because I was legitimately worried that he would ask me out. But then, our senior year happened, and we had another stinking class together. Which I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. So I was on my way to gym class one morning, and I said hi to Josh like normal, just being polite, you know, not thinking anything of it, just because I didn't like him romantic. And he did kind of make me uncomfortable. It doesn't mean I was going to be rude to the guy. Well, so then what happened was this was bad, okay. So as I'm on my way to class, he was like, oh, hey, Megan, wait. And I'm like, why is he standing up? Why is he walking right towards me? Why is he walking right towards me? Why is he walking right towards me? And he's like, Megan, I actually wanted to ask you something. And I'm like, don't tell me. Oh my God, you guys, I'm like panicking at this point, thinking, he's gonna ask me out, isn't he? He's gonna ask me out. And I, of course, did not want him to ask me out. Carmine? I don't even know. Ugh, it looks red. It might be red. I don't actually know. Josh is like, so I was wondering, do you want to go out with me sometime? And I'm like, oh, what, like on a date? Shoot, you guys, this is red. Oh, whatever. The Beast can have some nice red highlights. I don't even think y'all can even see that, but okay. So Josh asked me out, and I'm like, what, like on a date? And he's like, oh, no, I mean, you can just be my girlfriend. I'm like, dude, that's not... Okay, so that was the very first time I ever had a guy ask me out, and that's what he said. And it was just, is this brown? This is light brown. Oh God, you can't even screw light brown. Nobody likes light brown. I'm freaking out like, oh God, that did not go over very well. But I asked Josh, I'm like, well, can I think about it? And he was actually really nice, and he was like, yeah, sure. So, but I knew I wasn't gonna go out with him, because I just didn't like him like that, and he kind of made me uncomfortable, and I felt awkward around him. Not like the good kind of awkward, like the bad kind of awkward, like this guy could secretly be a serial killer kind of awkward. And I'm not saying that to be like a bitch. I'm saying that because this guy legitimately was kind of a creeper. You know, I turned him down later. I'm sorry, Josh, I just can't go out with you. And he actually took it pretty well. He was like, oh, okay. He's like, that's cool. And I'm like, okay, fine. And that's the story of the first guy that asked me out. But you know, it wasn't as bad. Especially with how like awkward he kind of made me feel a lot of the time. Realistically, you know, it could have been worse. Ooh, ochre brown. This is pretty. Okay, let me tell you guys, this Beast is getting some like serious highlight. But straight up, this is gonna take me forever to do his hair. Oh, dear Lord. Okay. So yeah, that's the story of the first guy that ever asked me out. But now I have another awkward high school story to tell you guys about another boy that asked me out. Now, there was this other guy, Max. Oh, I gotta get comfy. I gotta get comfy for this story, you guys. Okay, so the next guy that asked me out when I was in high school, also my senior year, after the Josh situation, was this guy, Max. The thing about Max was, you know, like seriously, you guys, if I could have chosen a boring, more character to color, it had to be the Beast, but he's just brown. So Max and I, we were kind of like ish friends also, and we always would talk about Game of Thrones together, and I really liked talking to him as a friend, nothing more. But of course, like usual, when you get a guy friend in high school, he always ends up asking you out, and you're like, dang it, I thought we were just friends, I just want to be friends, and it's so awkward. And then you feel like the bad guy, because you have to turn him down, and it's so awkward. So Max, like out of nowhere, asks me out, and I'm like, dang it, like I thought we were just friends, and I actually was bummed by it because I really did not want him to ask me out. Well, I actually told him yes when he asked me out because I didn't really know what else to say. Oh, you guys, I gotta sit up. Hold on. We gotta like reposition ourselves. I ended up saying yes, and like immediately regretted it because I knew I didn't want to go out with him. I don't even know what prompted me to say yes. I think we're gonna look super uncomfortable for just, wait, okay, there we go. We're gonna comfy like this. Okay, what we color. You know, I immediately regretted saying yes. He asked me during our 6th period class, right at the beginning of class, so that's why I didn't really have time to process it much. The next morning, I quickly like pull Max aside before class even begins, and I'm like, Max, I'm so sorry, but you know, I can't go out with you. I like you just as a friend. And I tried to be nice about it, you know, because there's legitimately like, where's the red? Where's that Carmen? Carmen, Beast needs some red highlight. But there's no like there's no non-awkward way to turn someone down. It's always gonna be awkward, you know, no matter how nice you try to be. So anyway, so I turned Max down again, told him I just saw him as a friend. And then Max was like, oh, but can't we at least try? I was like, oh no, dude, that's not happening. And it was so awkward and I felt so bad, but I just did not like him in a romantic way. I only saw him as a friend and that wasn't gonna change. And the problem is I didn't want to give him an actual date because I knew I only saw him as a friend and I didn't want to lead him on. Because there's nothing worse than when you know you don't want to be with someone but you lead them on anyway because you feel like you should. That's not fair to you or that other person. That wasn't fair to me because I'm not going to waste my time with someone I don't want to date. That's not fair to him because I didn't want to give him false hope that he could expect more when I knew that, you know, he wasn't going to get any more. What the heck? Oh my god, the Beast, you guys, has like way too much hair. Honestly, you guys, I'm getting so bored of his hair. Hold up. I don't want to sit up because if I sit up, I'm gonna wreck my colors are gonna fall on the ground. We're gonna color the Beast's clothes because I'm tired of coloring his hair. And for the record, I'm not gonna have this finished coloring by the time I'm done with this video, just for warning. So don't like expect anything, okay? Can't have very, very low expectations for this video, okay? So, Jesus. What do we got? Ooh, we got ocean blue. That sounds pretty. Okay, wait, I don't even think, we're gonna have to use my foot. That just looks wrong. Okay, we're gonna get this. Okay, so then, after turning Max down, come on, ocean blue. After I turned Max down, he kind of proceeded to insult me. It just made the whole thing even worse and even more awkward. So pretty much, because I don't know how he knew, but I guess he knew that I had never like really dated at that point. He pretty much implied that because I had never dated anybody, wouldn't I be so desperate to have a boyfriend? He was trying to imply that because I never dated, wouldn't I just be so desperate for a boyfriend I'd date anybody? But that's not the way I am. I'm the type of person that like, I don't waste my time with people I don't want to spend time with. I'm an introvert that way. So my thing is, if you're not someone I don't want to spend time with, I'm not going to spend time with you. I'm not someone who's desperate for attention. Despite being a YouTuber, I know. I'm not someone who's just going to date someone for the sake of dating someone. I've always been someone that, if I'm going to date you or be friends with you or whatever, it's going to be because I actually like you, not just for like the sake of having a boyfriend or the sake of having friends or that sort of a thing. Again, that's just personally me because I am content with spending a lot of time by myself. Yeah, so, but just ignore the fact that even though I said I'm not desperate for attention, I am a YouTuber, which maybe I'm desperate for just a little bit of attention. Maybe just a little bit. What the heck color is this? Yeah, oh, yellow. Just yellow. We got apricot. Do I like apricot? Oh yeah, apricot's chill. Okay. And so I get that Max was hurting, but you know, by insulting me, it was like, dude, that's not gonna help your case at all. Like, I'm gonna date you even less now. If I even had any thought of dating you, which I didn't, I have even less of an idea of dating you because you just insulted me. But again, I get that he was hurting, but I tried to handle it in as nice a way as possible. You know, I didn't laugh at the guy. I wasn't rude to the guy. I turned him down. Again, I wasn't gonna date him, just date him. Well, anyway, so then I thought we had dropped the matter, right? But then he proceeds to keep asking me out, and he wouldn't take no for an answer. And he was someone who, like, he got me a birthday present, he got me a Christmas present, he would like write me these letters telling me I was beautiful and stuff, which again sounds really nice. I know some of y'all are gonna be like, Megan, you should have, where the heck's sky blue? Ocean blue. Some of y'all are gonna say, well, why couldn't you cut the guy some slack, you know? But again, I didn't like him that way, so I wasn't gonna go out with him. And him calling me beautiful or complimenting me actually made me feel really uncomfortable because I didn't like it and I didn't really appreciate it because I didn't really want his attention on me in that way. So it just made the whole thing just like really awkward. So then, prom comes. And the thing about prom, I had no plans on going to prom. Then Max, he pulls me over to the side one day. Oh, it's actually kind of funny. He was like, oh, don't worry, I'm not gonna ask you out. And I was like, oh, okay, whew. He's like, oh, but would you go to the prom with me? And I'm like, dude, that's asking me out on a date. Even though it's to prom, it's still asking me out. And I told him no, because at the time I really was not gonna go to my prom, honestly. But then one of my friends, just like a bunch of us girls just going as friends. And it was like a Great Gatsby 1920s theme, so I was like, oh, heck yeah. I had this like $10 dress from a thrift store that kind of resembled a flapper dress. I straight up showed up prom in my $10 dress with like $100 pair of shoes. I show up to prom. Okay, so then the most awkward thing happened. Both my sort of not really exes, because I never dated either of these guys, so they weren't really my exes, but my past caught up with me because both Josh and Max asked me to dance at prom. Which might not seem like that big of a deal, right? But again, I didn't want to lead either one on, especially Max. Because he would keep asking me out, he kept giving me all these gifts, he kept wanting to spend all this time with me as more than friends, and again, I made it clear we were just friends. I didn't want to dance with either one and lead them on and think they were going to get anything else. Because nothing else was happening with them. I really need to get back to coloring? Hold on one second. I need to you guys, this is really tough to talk and tell you guys stories and color at the same time. You know, sky blue and ocean blue look exactly alike. And you guys, my coloring sucks. Like, honestly, when we're done with all this, you're gonna be like, wait, that's all you did? Like, this isn't even gonna look good. This doesn't even look good. All my creative ideas went into Beauty's hair. I mean, look at that. Look at all that. This is gonna look like crap. Absolute crap. Okay. Josh, he's the first one. Comes up and he asks me to dance. And I'm like, oh god, no, 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 no. So he's literally like, has his hand stretched out to ask me to dance. And I book it. Like, I run from him. I literally run from the guy because he made me just so uncomfortable, so awkward. I'm like, oh god, so I bolted in the opposite direction. Which was really mean of me, but it was like instinct. Like, it was like fight or flight or freeze, and I like straight up flew across the room. Which sounds really mean, I know, but I really didn't want to dance with him. Which I think that made the message pretty clear, but I felt bad. Well, so then later on, Max ends up asking me to dance. You know, that fight, flight, or freeze mode? I actually froze with Max. I was like, well, yeah, well, I didn't know what to do. But one of my friends, the one that actually suggested we go to prom as a group of girls, she was so sweet. She stepped in and she says to Max jokingly, she's like, oh, back off. Megan's my date. You know, just as a way to kind of like give me an out for not having to dance with Max. And Max, like, he took the cue and he backed off, but oh god, you guys, it was so awkward. Because then, he completely ignored me the rest of the night. I mean, if I have ever seen a guy just sulk as much as I saw Max sulk, Max was a sulker. I mean, he like was pouting practically. Again, I know I hurt his feelings, but I didn't want to leave the guy on by giving him a dance. And then summer comes, and I'm hanging out with my friend, the one who said we should go to prom together, the one that saved me from that awkward encounter with Max. And so her and Max happened to have a class together. And so my friend, she's telling me Max at one point actually asked her, hey, is Megan a lesbian? Which for the record, I'm not. And I guess I should clarify. I myself, I'm personally straight. But he asked my friend that because I think to him, there had to be a reason why I wouldn't go out with him. Because he knew I was single, so he figured, oh, she must be a lesbian. And honestly, when I found out about that, when my friend Jessica told me about that, I was actually kind of pissed. Not because he thought I was a lesbian, which again, I'm straight, but not because that didn't bother me. What bothered me was the reason he thought I was a lesbian. It was because to him, there had to be a reason why I wouldn't go out with him. And the reason for him could not be, oh, I just don't want to go out with him, right? The reason could not be him, it had to be me. I had to be at fault. Either I had to have a boyfriend or I had to be a lesbian. I'm not a lesbian and I did not have a boyfriend. I was single and straight and he couldn't understand why I want to go out with him. But the reason was, even as a 17-year-old, I always had a good head on my shoulders. My self-esteem's always wavered. Sometimes I can beat myself up, but other times I feel really good about myself. I'm always someone that places value in myself. I do think highly of myself, meaning like I'm not gonna just do something for the sake of just doing it. You know, like I am someone who, like, I'm never gonna go out with a guy just because, oh hey look, I'm desperate for a boyfriend. I'm gonna go out with a guy because I actually like said guy romantically. And that's just the way that I am. Again, I'm not someone who's desperate for other people's approval in that regard. You know, like I'm content and just being who I am. And even as a 17-year-old, I was that way. I don't know where it came from. I just have always been that way. And so Max, I think, as like a 17-year-old boy, he probably just couldn't fathom how a girl could be like that. He probably couldn't fathom how someone, even as a 17-year-old, would choose to not date someone. Again, if my dream guy had walked through the doors at age 17, well then yeah, I would have dated him. But at age 17, I didn't want to date a guy I wasn't into just because I didn't have a boyfriend at that point. So to him, I had to be the problem. He couldn't be the problem. Honestly, the problem kind of was him. I mean, he wouldn't take no for an answer. I kept telling him, no, dude, Max, I just see you as a friend. I just see you as a friend. I just see you as a friend. But he wouldn't let up. And the problem was, it's not like I could have ignored the guy because we did have classes together. That's the kicker. It would have been easy to ignore him if that would have made things better, but we had classes together. So it's not like I could ignore the guy. Where's Carmen? Carmen, the beast needs a nice long red highlight. You guys can't even see what I'm doing, but that's okay. Yeah, but the whole thing was just so flippin' awkward. The funny thing is, I remember when I was like 14 years old, and I used to be someone who would cry over not having a boyfriend when I was like 14. By the time I hit 17, I was like, I don't really care. When I meet someone that I have good chemistry with and that I'm attracted to, I'll go out with you. But if I'm not into you, I'm not gonna go out with you. You know, I'm not really gonna give you guys a lot of insight into my love life right now, just because I don't know if it was like too personal. But this is back when I was in high school, so you know. I need purple. Hold on. Light violet. Okay. Who just like owns, you know, who I am, and I've taken pride in that. Yeah. Oh my God, you guys, the beast looks horrendously terrible. My coloring skills have gotten worse over the years. They suck. I got one more piece of the story to tell you. When I started college, Max and I we happened to go to the same college, I think. Oh my God, I happened to run into him. I had talked to him, and then he texted me like out of the blue. He was all like, okay Megan, so I guess I'm like over you and done wasting my time with you. It was so weird. It was so awkward. I was like, okay Max. You know, good for you. Okay, boom. This is how much, you guys can't even see, hold on. That's how much we got done. You know, I don't even know if y'all can even see. But yeah. That was kind of all we had time for, since it's really tough to multitask. Honestly, people who say they can multitask, I'm like, lucky you, because I can't actually multitask. I apparently cannot color and tell stories at the same dang time. But anyway, so those were my awkward high school stories. So let me know if you guys had any awkward, like getting asked out or asking out someone else in high school. Let me know if there were any awkward encounters for you. And alright guys, so I hope you guys do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And the more you comment, the more you subscribe, the more you like, the more you share, the better it helps out my channel. So I can do funny, not even really funny, just sort of weird, awkward videos like this one, where I tell you guys awkward stories about myself. And apparently paint and color books. Again, don't we all wish we had a love story like Beauty and the Beast? Instead, I just got the awkward pest guys in high school. I don't even know what the hell to call them. They were beasts. I don't know what to call them, but well, you know, they're weird. So have a beautiful, wonderful day. So goodbye, everybody. No, I love you. I love you. Baba, are you the love of my life? I think you are. I mean, you're kind of like my temporary boyfriend at the moment, huh? He's like, well, yeah. Obviously. He's like, because you're just so pathetic.